Hey guys, this is something I don't think any of us have ever tried before. This is the first ever
Anal sex.
two guys and a game podcast. But it's not two guys right now. We have a special guest.
Two guys, one Brendan.
How you doing?
This is what's going on.
Hey, folks.
We may have started off rather funny, but we're here to discuss something really sad.
Can I just, before that, because I'm going to forget, someone is over here spamming, I need money, and money is spelled M-O-N-Y.
Money.
Okay, go on,
All
Lawrence,
right.
sorry.
That's okay. I don't know how many of you listening have played Phantasy Star Universe. I'm going to try to post it in...
Probably none of you.
I'm going to try to post this in relevant places. But, yeah, there was a really great MMO that's run for, how long is it? 6 years?
We've been on it since 2007. I think it opened on 2006.
Yeah.
That's exactly right, actually. I think.
We need a fact checker.
So, yeah, it launched on the 360, but it was also on the PS2 and PC. PS2 and PC servers closed in 08, I think it was, or 09.
No. It was 2 years ago? Oh, 10?
10? Okay.
I
All right,
think.
my
I don't know.
My bad. Okay, so let's say I believe Brendan. It closed in 2010.
Don't call me Brennan. My name is Snails.
All right, fine. We didn't get to that part yet, God damn it.
Toby.
Your name is Toby. And tonight, as we record this, we're playing on the Xbox 360 servers last night of existence in this country. I, for one, am pretty depressed right now.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not like you defined it as an MMO, but it's like moderately massive, minimally massive online.
This I'll give you. I'll definitely give you that.
And the spam. It's kind of like if AOL in the mid-90s was like an MMO.
Dude.
Yeah. Kind of.
It really is.
Like a chat room on like AIM.
I mean, if you haven't played it, it's basically like this. When you're not doing a mission, you can instead of seeing like what everybody's chatting in a little message window on the bottom of your screen, nice and organized, you see giant comic book style speech bubbles.
It's everywhere.
That make noises.
Yeah.
I mean,
every 3 seconds.
So,
yeah.
Like the normal ones just kind of go like, but like then they have thought bubbles. Yeah. And then they have the thought bubbles.
What?
Yeah, that do that. We'll put reverb on that. And then you have the exclamation bubbles, which snails. That's exactly how they sound. So when you have something important to say, like selling Crea doubles, snails.
Save our server.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we should devote like 10 minutes to like the history of the server.
Oh, we're going to.
In the beginning, there were Bruce runs.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I think the thing you can say about Phantasy Star Universe is that it's, it's a product and it's kind of like a spin-off of the very popular Phantasy Star series, specifically Phantasy Star Online.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the retarded little brother that nobody liked, but everybody loves because it's so affable, I guess. Because it's, most people, if you judge it as a game, it was pretty critically panned. Didn't really sell much. Really arcade. I don't understand why it had a subscription model fee. Makes no sense.
We're the ones who said that, but we're also the ones who've been paying it all along.
Well, you guys. I mean,
well,
PSU got me ingratiated in the MMO community. I moved up. Well, I wouldn't say I moved up, but I moved from PSU to more traditional MMOs.
And I actually can say that I agree with you on that. I feel like PSU is a good spot to start if you're trying to get into MMO gaming, because it's not so much like in terms of like 1 to 10, 1 being casual and 10 being in World of Warcraft. Like, PSU is definitely closer to the 1 side.
I would
Yeah.
say it's about a 4.
No, it's a 1. I'm
Alright.
sorry, it's a 1.
All right.
Like-
I mean, you can get serious about it, but you're just getting serious about hitting X really hard.
All right. This is true.
Because really, this game is just like an online community version of like a game like Gauntlet Legends, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely how I mean,
I always felt like it controlled like Kingdom Hearts without the jumping.
Yeah.
it reminded me a lot of Diablo, and that's where a lot of my roots were. But it's it's like Diablo in
Space.
only no, it's absolutely nothing like Diablo, but it's just kind of like
But
the
it
same
reminds you of it.
online action RPG format. But it's I don't know. I mean, it was a game that it definitely introduced me to World of Warcraft and eventually the Old Republic, and I won't speak of that travesty.
Oh, man.
I didn't think you'd ever turn against that game, but that's another story for another day.
Yep.
For another podcast.
That'll be my next guest visit.
Oh yeah,
This,
I'm curious about that one. We'll talk about that one later.
well, yeah, I could go on, but
PSU was one of those games for me, at least. I could never seem to defend to anybody because
it's possible.
anytime I would ever tell somebody, "Oh, what are you doing right now?" I'm playing Phantasy Star. Why do you play that fucking game? I don't know. I can't explain to you what made it fun to me.
It's like that fat ex-girlfriend you still call.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I mean, it's like a lot of I've been reading like all over the internet. A lot of the pages people wrote about this game, and most of the comments they say, I've never heard of this game. I might have played it, but I think the thing you can say about it is it's part action, part RPG, part. But no, I think the mainstay of the game is that it's like a social community. It's more like those virtual world games that you see people playing with absolutely no goal except to escape reality and join a community.
Yeah.
And kick people from your group for no reason.
You guys don't even know.
Yeah, you guys.
You know, Lawrence, your player status has been out to dinner for the past 3 years.
I know that.
I mean,
So I think it's about time we ask this question.
What?
How was dinner?
Dinner was supreme.
There's a little like Newman girl standing over here, and the status says, "I'm a dude, get over it."
I don't know. Like,
There's-
PS2 is the most emasculating game ever made.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We never learned how to do that dance in person.
No.
It's impossible.
Snell's nothing is impossible.
I don't think so, because I feel like they mocapped it.
You mocapped yourself masturbating, and that's one of the photon arts.
I don't know. I think the thing I could say about PS2 is that, I think what we should talk about is the reason they're shutting down the servers, and that's A.
No one
It's,
cares.
Yeah, it's a pretty much. We're paying them so that they can do nothing for us. I mean, it's regulated like a free-to-play game, except you pay $10 a month for it.
But it's been like that since the beginning, which was my complaint.
Right. Which is one of the big problems in the game selling in the first place. But, I mean, they must have at least broken even, maybe made a small amount of profit. But
From charging from all these monthly subscriptions, I would say.
yeah, I mean, hell, how many players do they even have? Like 10,000 at the most? Maybe a few thousand?
Yeah, but what I want to know is how little were they making to make the decision of actually shutting it down?
Well, I mean, I think the reason they're shutting it down, more so than that they don't want to pay to keep them up, because, I mean, do they get new... Do you think... When's the last time you think they got a new player?
The last event.
Maybe one, and they lose about 5 or 6, maybe 10 every month. So, I mean, it's obviously going to become unprofitable at some point, but the more important part is that, like, when the Old Republic came out, Star Wars Galaxies, the servers went down inconspicuously, like the same month, a few days prior. I mean, and we've got PSO2 coming to North America,
Next
and
year,
they're trying to funnel us into PSO2, and it's a fully free to play game. So I can't.
I am ready
complain.
for it. I am ready for it. I don't know if you've played the beta, but it's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things, but again, I've heard nothing but good things about Star Wars, but don't listen to IGN.
I know.
Ever.
I make my own decisions when it comes to fucking buying video games. I stopped listening to professional reviewers a long time ago. But
It's
Yo,
it's not it's more about industry than gaming these days.
it is.
But
I'm at the Fowls memorial thing.
Oh, nice.
that's
Yeah.
a big meeting place for the end of the world.
How do you get there?
Go over to where the satellite missions were and choose special flight, and it's the last one on the list. And there's like mad people spamming right now and shit.
I think you should invite me so I could fly over to you.
Can't pay 800 Meseta on the last day of the game.
I don't think I have it. Like, I don't think I have it on my list. Let me see.
I thought you meant 800 Meseta. I was about to say, what have you been doing for 7 years?
I have it. Never mind. I'm coming.
Okay, why does this person need money? Like, what the what are you gonna buy right now?
I'm trying to buy Sega with their own currency.
So, also, I figured it would be good to bring this up in the podcast. Phantasy Star Universe's Facebook just updated their status 5 minutes ago. And I will read off the status.
Please do.
And I have a feeling it will start another discussion.
Okay.
Attention Guardians. Some notes, some last notes really. In case you haven't gotten the word, we will be meeting at the Falls Memorial Lobby, starting now and continuing until the final bell tolls in 1 hour. I know some players have had problems with an expired Guardians license today, and we are discussing what may have happened with Microsoft. I know it doesn't make a quote difference. The servers are still off either way, but it does matter to us. Whatever caused this, I am sincerely sorry to those of you who wanted to join in for today, but couldn't. I promise I will follow up as best I can. Thank you to everyone who has turned out for today. I hope to see you soon and then after, even if not for PSU anymore, then in some other adventure.
Well, we already know PSO2 is coming, so.
But I mean, I guess there was some issue with some accounts today.
I don't know why. Was Microsoft starting to prematurely terminate accounts?
Premature.
I mean,
But I'm really disappointed that they didn't just like open the fucking floodgates for the last month.
yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't.
That was I really think
like just make experience times 1,000 in like every mission.
Yeah, and just make everything free. Like who cares? They're shutting it off anyway.
Yeah,
I mean it is a business, you know, on one level, but I mean I really would have liked, but I mean how much would they have lost?
I mean, if it's going down anyway, does it really matter?
It does. I mean that's a month of game time that they lose revenue on.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I mean, it is a business. You know, it's a problem that's been mirrored in our society. But
Yo,
Yeah.
I think there's a GM on right now.
Yeah, the guy who posts those Facebook statuses, it's him.
The guy with the blue name over here?
Which guy?
The only person in this entire room with a blue name that everybody's hoarding around. Behind this rock.
PCP. Oh wait, what? Rock?
PSU creator? Oh, caster. Sorry, read that fast.
I know his name is Edward.
Nah, it's not him. But everybody's hoarding around this guy.
I'd really
Oh,
like
I
to
see him, I
talk
see him.
to a GM of PSU and be like, "What do you?"
PSU GMs because I have a bad history with them.
Oh yeah,
So,
I mean, you're like the scourge of the Xbox 360 servers.
I really am.
do you realize everybody in this room is right here, right now?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Nothing like someone who's probably
That person
trolling.
said scumbag for no reason.
Talking to the guy that probably...
Smack my mic. Oh man, there's so much history here.
Yeah, I mean, it's strange though because it wasn't around for a very long time as far as MMOs go, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I mean, you look at games like that I mentioned earlier, like Diablo 1 was made in 1990, 22 years ago, and there's still servers up.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
it's one of those things that I don't know what you dropped, but I bet it was funny.
no, I just almost dropped the popcorn. I did not. I caught it.
Yo, someone's doing a rare run. You want to fucking jump in there?
No.
Watch you get a psycho wand.
Garrett?
Give me that taco one. No.
Yeah, it's for those of you who don't know, and I think if you knew what I mean, why would you watch or listen to this podcast if you didn't know what PSU was? I don't understand. Maybe someday when these guys are famous. Oh, let's listen to the first podcast, but not now. But anyways, it's similar to Diablo in that it's like a loot-based game. You go and you look for upgrades, and you never get them.
You never get them.
That's how I feel about D3, but that's just generally the gist. It's an item hunting game. You go to missions, you kill with X, and you receive loot and Masada. There are, it's fantasy, science fiction. No, but it's like space fantasy. So you've got melee characters who use like rip-offs of lightsabers, transform into other weapons like a lightsaber, light pike, light whip. Everything you see in the Star Wars extended universe that you wish wasn't there. Light spear. Then you've got, your ranger who fires laser beams and guns. The laser can... and there's some hybrids, and of course there's the most important. There's the Force, which shoots techniques, which is like magic, kind of.
Yeah.
It's and there's 4 races. There's humans, which are kind of balanced. There's the beasts, which are like melee oriented. The castes, which are androids who are, oriented around range and accuracy. And then there's the Newmen, who are like, they're elves.
They're elves.
They're casters. But that's PSU in a nutshell. There's 3 planets, 1 space station. That was PSU.
Yeah. When this game first came out, you only had access to the colony. I think the colony and Param.
I know in the demo you could only access Motub. You could access everywhere but Motub.
Yeah.
But it's one of those games like when the game first came out. And I wasn't playing back then. It took the level cap was 50.
Yeah.
It took you like a lot of the old school PSU players. Like it took them a year to get to the 50 cap. It was a grind, a real grind. And the game. I mean, the thing is about grindy games is if it's a long grind, you feel like you're in a really big game because you have this long road ahead of you.
Yeah.
And even if repetitive, you feel very small and you feel very immersed. But like right now, what's level cap?
200, 180.
You got people doing that in 7 or 8 days.
Yeah.
Then you're done.
It was Sega's own fault.
It was a totally unregulated game. It's really funny because PSU was, like a lot of games, you can tell there's some heart and soul put into it. Like when I first started playing WoW, it was you realize that Blizzard invested a lot in this game, but it's they were bought out by Activision.
Yeah.
You start to realize that this is, they took all their big devs and put them on Project Titan.
Yep.
And You know, I mean, a lot of people complain that, you know, those expansions after Activision bought them out were less good, but it just felt like, you know, like the game lost something intangible. You know, and it's funny because PSU, if you look at how Sega's treated the game, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of love or even effort put into it. There's no evidence of effort. But still.
As much as I hate to, I have to agree with you.
I don't know, but at the same time, it does, you know, it does feel like a lovingly crafted game that even though they don't really give a damn about it, that when they made it.
Well, see, when they made it, they had plans. You know,
Right.
and they just kind of, they released the game, they put the servers up, and just kind of forgot about it.
Well, because it was kind of a flop initially, and it's continued to be a flop, and so they're barely breaking even on that. So they kept it up, but I mean, like one of the things about PS2 is if you ever look up screenshots or goddamn mosquitoes.
Were you living in Africa?
Almost California. But I don't know, like some of the graphics are pretty bad, but it's a remarkably beautiful game.
Well, see, the reason for that is I think it's because it's the exact same engine as the PS2 version. So rather than make the game look better than it did on the PS2, they just copied and pasted everything to get it out quicker.
Which is lazy, but I mean, it's really remarkable though that they'd have such bad graphics. Except the game is just so atmospheric.
Yeah,
it's very important to me in a game, just being able to enjoy being in it. And that's I think that's a cornerstone for MMOs, is that you have to enjoy just being in the game for the sake of being in the game and being immersed. And I think a lot of games have forgotten all about that, and they're all about tangibles like Call of Duty and how to get kills, how to feel good about kicking ass. And
yeah, which is why I'm hating the way the industry is going right now.
yeah, I mean,
PSU also did a really good job of music in certain respects.
yeah, I
A lot of the
agree.
background music, yeah.
I mean, like the infamous the most Asian sounding song I've ever heard is the intro song, and it's really grown on me.
Exactly. Thank you.
It's really grown on me.
Worst song ever.
I love the worst song ever. It is the worst song ever, but I love it.
Me
But
too.
like the one we're listening to right now in this lobby, which is called Rose Confession, is like a beautifully crafted piano piece, and it's so simple, and yet I feel like it's so fitting for this moment of,
It is.
Like if you
dismal.
I think the only games that really have comparable music to that would have to be the Legend of Zelda games, because they come up with these ridiculously simple musical themes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they put so much, personality and beauty into it. I think the best game soundtrack ever was Majora's Mask.
We were talking about this on Facebook.
This is all I ever talk about. I'm not even kidding. But yeah, I'd liken PSU's music to that because it's all very simple. Like my favorite piece in the entire game is the Otoku City theme on New Days. And there's
I
a
was
video.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
go ahead.
They had to do that because think about what you're doing most of the time in this game. Like I've always said from the beginning, more than a gaming experience, it's a social experience.
Definitely.
It was more about just meeting people and hanging out. So a lot of the time you're in a lobby just talking to people, and you're listening to this music most of the time. So it had to be decent. I mean,
Well, and it's more than decent. It's damn good.
yeah.
And I really think that the gaming industry has forgotten. See, this is supposed to be about PSU, but I can't shut up about the gaming industry because I don't like it. But I really think that they've forgotten how important good music is. Like, doesn't even have to be complicated. I mean, like, I think complicated is bad in terms of gaming music and movie music. Like, look at Pixar.
Yeah.
Up, man. Best soundtrack ever.
Still haven't seen that movie. I have to.
God damn it! These fucking people spamming right now.
I know.
Is it?
It's the same way the demo used to be.
I'm just like
Every month.
blacklisting everyone that's fucking quiet. Doesn't matter. Game's over anyway.
Yeah.
I'll fill up my. Oh, I got him.
Did you blacklist the GM?
Oh, that's a great idea.
I just ran around blacklisting everyone. So
I just can't believe that we even made it this far. Do you remember how we even discovered Phantasy Star?
it was like an accident.
A total fluke. Me and Lou were on the phone one night, and he was like, we really need a new RPG. I was like, we do. I said, we should go look at the demos on the Xbox market. After about an hour, I was like, I've seen that demo of Phantasy Star floating around. Supposedly it's online. We should give it a shot. We both downloaded it. That night, neither of us went to bed. My eyes lit up when I played this game for the very first time.
And we're not. Oh,
Huh?
I think we should mention that we never played the original PSO or any of the PS games
Well,
prior
actually,
to
not
this.
prior to, but we did.
Right.
But yeah, no, I had never played any of the. I had never played Phantasy Star Online beforehand. None of us did, like Snail said, but I couldn't even then. I couldn't comprehend what was so amazing about what I was doing. I just knew I was swinging a sword at aliens, and it just seemed so fluid.
Yeah, and looking back, it's not fluid at all.
No,
It's a campy game.
it is.
I'm going to kill some things before this server closes. That's the name of the game.
The way I found out about PSU, and you have to keep in mind that I met these guys through the game. They're from the Bronx. I'm from Long Beach, California.
Yeah.
We are polar opposites, essentially.
Yep.
Kind of.
See, this is one of the reasons why we love this game so much. This game gave us one of our best friends. Oh, you.
No, I love you guys.
Podcast over.
Just kick him out of the Skype call, and we'll just keep going.
Booty
And
idiot.
he's fucking stupid anyway.
Enough of that shit. But
All right, let's do white beats.
I want to be back to this lobby before it closes, though.
remember we went back to the game. We tried to do a her secret mission. We're like, how the f*** do we do this? Where's the key?
And we were so good at it at one point.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we were like a strike team.
All right, so who wants to explain what her secret mission was?
Basically, this bitch with titties. She was like, "Oh, I lost my floating clear balls, and you have to find them." And you go around in this place, and you press A, and you pick them up, and that's how it goes.
Yeah, it's
But
a timed run.
They're hidden, and you have a time limit.
It's kind of like they the thing is that they added that mission, to get people excited. But the thing is that they added missions that were so valuable. They crept the power and the rewards of new missions up so much that they took out any reason to ever do an old mission.
Yeah.
Which is really stupid because when I first started playing, the whole thing to do was to sit there and run her secret mission over and over. That was how you played the game.
Yeah.
That's how you play PS2. And I loved it. What the fuck?
Love the f*** out of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I just realized?
What?
I bought that pumpkin wand yesterday,
Yeah.
and it's grinded 9 of 9 times.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Good thing I never had anything like that while we were actually playing the game.
Yeah.
What I did, we should define our roles because I think our roles within the game kind of defined
Us.
a lot about us.
Yeah.
I was the best fort attacker on the planet. It was amazing.
Keep it.
That's what I did.
You should help
Yeah.
me fight these things.
Nah, I'm busy taking pictures of Vega in all his glory.
Yeah,
Snails was the best Florida gunner in the game, and Lawrence, ran around and collected all the Meseta while we weren't looking.
Fuck you. I did do that, but I was also the best Phi gunner on the server.
what did you have, like 6 Q-tips?
Dude, I had more than that. I had to switch them in and out.
That's what she said. And what am I doing? I should be throwing giant diggers at these guys.
Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness, I actually randomly got started on being a techer because some guy on the demo was like, you should be a healer, and I was like, okay.
Which was probably only because he wanted a healer in his party.
But it worked out because I really enjoyed being a healer. In fact, ever since I made that decision, in most role-playing games, I am strictly magic, no attack at all.
Yeah, that's actually really true.
Yeah.
It's really funny, though, because I kind of melded myself around the range role. Except, it's funny because I considered myself a range player, but I went on and did all sorts of different things in other MMOs. Like,
I've always been fond of just straight physical attack. Just giant swords.
yeah, who isn't? I mean, it's funny because, like, I'm like, well, I'm going to be the range guy, and then I'm sitting there with a claymore. It's like, no, I can't do this.
Oh no. Servers will be going offline in 30 minutes. Oh, I am so sad. Thank you for your support these many years and for taking this journey with us.
Hold on, I'm going to go cry for a minute.
Dude, I actually have tears welling up right now. I do. Dude.
Yo, you should get Centurai over here so that we can take like one last picture together.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I were there. See, I'm not in game at the moment for financial reasons. I don't really actually have a TV to play the game on.
Really?
Well, like I've been using my computer monitor for my Xbox gaming and the cable which my friend Kevin made himself. It's the wiring went bad, so I can only play Xbox in shades of blue, green, or yellow. So I could, play LA Noire in blue, but
That might be like cool though.
no. I mean, the thing is, LA Noire is all about the immersion, and if you don't have that,
Your immersion.
So, who wants to hear a funny story about when I first created my Phantasy Star account?
which one?
Well, you guys, you two know this.
Most banned man in the entire game.
That might be true.
I might hold a record.
What is it? 3 times? 4?
It was 3 times. Oh, wait,
Oh
what's
my
this?
god!
From GM Melchior
I was
Castro.
kidding.
To all the PSO plus PSU fans, thank you for making PSU such a great experience. For all the fun times at our GM support sessions, I've never been to any of those, so for all those White Beast runs, and for listening to stories of Spot de la Pucha, to all the players I had the pleasure of meeting and playing with. Thank you, and take care.
Did you see who just signed on?
Yeah, I did see that.
Ooh,
But,
tell me.
you never played with him because you got off this game.
I might know. Keep in mind that I've seen every single PSU Let's Play you have ever done.
They were in that Let's Play.
Yeah.
Oh, those guys.
Yeah.
So, like
Yes.
like I was saying,
Oh.
after Lou and I first, once we played the demo for about 2 weeks, and we decided we were going to actually go out and get the full game.
Right.
I ran out and I bought the disc. Lewis actually bought it the day after me, I believe. But when I got the disc, I went home and I created my account. That night, I was at home.
I got banned!
No. I was playing. I was playing on the full game while Lou was actually playing on the demo. And I got the red ring. I had a grand total of 20 minutes playtime on my account before I got the red ring. So, I called Microsoft up, whatever. I sent my Xbox. And this is when Red Wings were everywhere. So, I sent my Xbox in. And how obscenely long did it take? Like 3 weeks?
I don't know, but my regret just leveled up.
It took like 3 weeks or a month. And then when it finally came back, Lou was at my house. They sent me a broken replacement. Took another 3 weeks to get a working Xbox. By the time I got it, I was already like 30 levels behind everybody else.
But yeah. I mean, the thing is, we had a pretty big crew to start.
We did.
Yeah, and it's really funny because everybody we met, I mean, you guys didn't, had your differences with everybody you've ever met except for me.
Because you're awesome.
Let's clarify that for the record. Lawrence has had his differences and hated me because I can't hate Lawrence and sleep at night.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we had
that's love.
That's love. The friend we met through, I met Sweet Lou first. I met him through a friend I had named Evil Demise, who I think
that was his name. Thank you.
Evil Demise. He was a human, and we knew absolutely nothing about the game, and that's what made it fun. And Evil Demise was a real, he had a really big ego, very proud guy. But I don't know, man. I have a pretty big ego, too, and I struggled with it back then, and, he and I got into competitions. But I liked Evil, because he had a heart. He really did.
Yeah, all right.
And then Kurogane was getting crazy.
I don't want to heal you.
Let me defend myself. Evil Demise started with me.
Yeah, I mean, because it was like, it was me and Lou and Demise, and then you showed up, and, you and he just didn't get along as well, and it was like, it just didn't work out. And I can understand it, but, I mean...
that was the one time that I will defend myself. Every other time, I was being a dick.
Like, you guys were too mean to Kurogane. Kurogane was the nicest guy. He was a dope at times, but he was the nicest guy.
I liked Kurogane. He was hilarious.
And he was like the world's best Halo player. Well,
I never played Halo with him.
No, you did once. He wrecked, it was 3 of us versus him or something. He wrecked all of them.
Really?
No, I think it was me and him versus you two.
Yeah, it was.
And he, carried me. Because, it was weird, though, because he seemed like such a dope. It was so, because, oh, why are we doing... And, I remember I saw a guy sword charged him, and he ducked under the charge, went around behind him, and assassinated him.
Oh, my God.
Does he still play Xbox at all? I want to add him.
He's on my friends list.
Yeah.
I should, let him... Oh, and then... But the thing is, I think I met Demise through my friend Shepard from Miami.
Shepard was on recently.
Shepard he's a very quiet guy from Miami, real nice, doesn't say much, really. But I remember the thing about Shepard is he played a gunner like I did, but he never died. He was way better than I was.
Oh, we got another message from GM Clumsy Orchid. To every hunters everywhere.
All your base are belong to us.
Thank you for making Phantasy Star Universe the best online game I've played. I agree. To everyone who met new friends, quested with old pals, found ultra rare loot, never did, and had epic moments.
Oh, we've had plenty of epic moments.
Oh, we're not even scratching the surface yet. Throughout our 6-year experience, PSU will always live on to the people and memories we share together. Dude, I am so fucking choked up.
I mean, I'm thinking back, talking about Shepard and
there is one
no
guy
shame.
we have yet to mention.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. Damn it.
The Kranos say.
Yes.
I mean, it's I think we forgot because I don't know. I think we're forgetting somebody else, aren't we?
Yeah, who cares? They're not.
We're forgetting Adam and Mike.
Yeah, but that was
thinking-
after.
But
Yeah.
the thing about Kranose is I met Kranose because I needed a loan because I saw like a Mazer cannon up for like an insanely low price, and I grouped with him once and he spotted me the loan, and he was a really weird guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, one of the weirdest people I've ever met, but like and
Like,
so Lawrence is like, well, let's make fun of this guy endlessly.
Why are you doing this to me?
Why are you doing this to me? I don't know. Like I mean, he was one of those guys. He had an ego too, but he had a heart too.
Did you ever pay him back?
I think
No.
I actually did.
I think since the game is over, we can finally say it without because you can't get banned anymore.
Oh God. But there was a real long deal with Kranos. I forgot to say that I joined the game after I just bought it because somebody told me it was like World of Warcraft for the Xbox. I was playing Lord of the Rings: Battle for Middle-earth Online, which was. Guess what? That's another game that lost its servers because EA lost the right to Lord of the Rings games. But so I was like, oh, I'll go out and get this. Like I was looking at games. I think I was gonna go buy it, but I saw Gears of War, and my friend told me it was like supposedly really good, and that's the only game I've ever bought before even trying.
Oh, look, it's from Edward.
Thank you, Edward. Asshole.
But
I will try to keep this short. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to read this.
go ahead.
We have had our challenges, triumphs, and through it all, your passion has taught me more than anything.
That's sweet.
This is what it means to be part of a community and play a game together. And I look forward to all our future adventures.
Play PSO2.
Yeah, with an open heart. That's all he said. That was way too short. Everybody else said something nice.
Gotta open your heart, dude.
That's.
So anyway, what were you saying, Snell?
I don't.
Wait, no, I actually want to pause this again and say, Lawrence, do you always have to use your SUV at stupid times?
Yes. Even
Every
to the last
time. We could have used them on the wave right now with triple the enemies, but no, let's use it on the 4 little guys.
Suck it, Polties.
Man.
So what I was gonna get into was how I nearly got banned the first time.
We really want to go over this? I mean, really?
Dude, it was a part of history and it makes me smile.
Okay.
Speaking of the Kranose guy that we were just speaking of that I never got along with, but these guys apparently loved his
I didn't love anything about him. Let it be known. He was like the one person I didn't really get along with.
Alright, so in Lewis's eyes, that was the one time I was correct.
No, you're still.
But
It was really bad,
both
but it
wrong.
was really funny.
yeah, so I don't even remember why we got into like this huge disagreement with him in the first place. Like we were just when I tell you enraged at this guy, way more mad than we ever should have been at somebody over a video game, but we were.
Honestly, I don't even think we were that mad. I think it was just
I think it was
like...
just like cruelty. I hate you because I hate you. You annoy me, so I will torture you.
like
I will
That
make
was
you
Kranos,
your life
'cause-
miserable.
Because Kranose, the thing is that Kranose could be so annoying that he could drive anybody. Like, he and I had our differences quite a few times, but I don't know.
I just did 3,200 damage.
Nice. So anyway, one day we decided. You think I'm not going to talk about this? I am. We decided that the new way to make his life miserable was to make a new character that looked exactly like his, even though it was level 1 and anybody could see what level you are, that looked exactly like his, and go around breaking the rules so that people would report him us thinking it was him.
It's funny because if you go to like the Sega forums, that's
Yeah.
still there. All that
I
shit
know.
is still there.
We'll have to link it in the description to this so that people can see it.
And holy fuck, did it work better than we ever thought it would work. Alright, so here's what you used to do. The big thing at the time...
Hold on, I'm gonna stop
big-
laughing. Okay.
The big thing at the time was there was a weapon called Knuckles. They were like, just giant boxing gloves.
I'll be right back.
But you could also get a statue for your room of the character Knuckles from Sonic. So what you do is you tell people you're selling the Knuckles statue. And you'd have to have a Knuckles statue to do it. You tell people you want to sell a Knuckles statue. You put it in a trade, and then really quick before they notice, you switch it out for the item Knuckles. The item Knuckles is worth like 5 peseta. The statue Knuckles was worth like what, 200K at the time, which is big money for that time.
My Foey leveled up.
Oh, because that totally matters.
It does.
So we went around, I think, for about a week straight, just doing
This
this.
is so distasteful.
And then we started to see threads on the official forum pop up that this guy Kratos was going around scamming people and not to trust him. So like,
Somewhere Kronos is gonna listen to this and be like, "It was him."
No, it's funny though, because if you look at the forums, he's there. He's like, no, look at the levels. I'm level it's Century Bot.
so after we seen these threads start to pop up, I think it was like the next day, I go into my room in the game, and he's just sitting there. And he has his mic plugged in. He's not even using speech bubbles. I just hear, Century Bot, we gotta talk. And my headset wasn't in. It came out like, over the speakers. So I plugged my headset in. And I was like, okay. I was like, what's up? He goes, why are you doing this to me? I had to shut my mic off because of how hard I was crying.
Oh.
5 minutes later, doing what to you?
That's exactly. He was like, you're going around telling people you're me and stealing their shit. I was like, no, I'm not.
Oh my god.
We single-handedly ruined a man's reputation on a video game.
So moving along, the next time Lawrence almost got banned, but did get banned.
Yeah, the next time I actually did get banned.
The grinder glitch.
You want to explain that one, Lou?
Oh,
Since
no.
I explained that. So.
All right, should I give another one of my poor descriptions?
Yeah, go for it.
So there's this guy, and you can do this thing, and it duplicates a thing that upgrades your weapons, and it's worth a lot of money. But because everybody did it, then it wasn't worth a lot of money, and everybody got mad.
It was
That was a terrible description.
it was good. It was terrible, but it worked. I mean, like, it was game breaking. Like,
It was awesome.
Yeah, you could grind your weapons basically, and depending on the level of the item you're using to grind your sword, that's how much.
make the game.
That's how it affected your stats.
It was game breaking, but I think
So people found a way to duplicate the rarest grinder.
and then the prices went from like
Millions.
millions to 10.
To ones.
Yeah, like single digits. Because
Yeah,
I sold some of them for one.
The thing that you guys are neglecting to mention is how hard it was to get an S10 grinder.
Right, it was
It was first of all, it was a luck situation.
Oh yeah, because you had to synthesize.
You had to synthesize it, and there
Right.
was just a chance that you would get it. Like not even like, oh yeah, you're gonna get
they were
this.
very rare.
Yeah.
We didn't even get an S rank on the last mission we're ever gonna do.
Oh, well, you want to go ahead back hang out at the Memorial?
You know what? Actually, I want to do one last thing while we're here.
Okay. So anyway,
Wait, can I just announce what I'm doing?
all right. Then we could talk about the banning.
Remember how big of a deal it was when I got my first Gauzerin rod?
Yeah.
That was the first special weapon I ever got.
Yeah.
As a token of my goodbye, I'm making it as an offering.
Oh, you really?
Yep.
Let me do it. Let me come stand next to you.
I'm about to hit yes, so hurry up, you stupid
Wait, no.
cast piece of shit.
I'll running up the stairs. I can't believe you're doing this.
Why are you doing this to me?
Why are you doing this to me?
You get nothing.
I can still hear him saying that. It's like clear in my ear.
You know what's amazing?
What?
Nothing happened. I'm gonna take a picture of that. But alright, so glitches.
The servers have always been plagued by glitches. There was an S10 glitch, which I mean, that caused us to go out and protest. There's a video on YouTube. You should like that. That was
the great economy crash of 2008.
That was the Phantasy Star Universe Great Depression.
Yeah.
So, I don't think I would have been banned if it weren't for that who called himself our friend.
Oh, Adilio.
Adilio.
You guys are still friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah, but he could suck it.
You're so creepy, Snails.
Yeah, I'm a very forward person.
I look at my friends' Facebook friends all day.
I actually do, and I know who you talk to more often than others on walls. Like,
but we'll talk more about that after a quick break.
You're listening to the Two Guys in a Game PSU podcast. Thanks for tuning in. And we're back, counting down the last 8 minutes of PSU.
Talking about
King of the...
as I was saying,
Adilio.
I don't think I would have been banned for doing the S grinder glitch. Don't get me wrong. They started. It got so bad that GMs themselves were searching up in player shops S grinders and just looking for people, just going into their rooms, getting their ID, and just banning them.
It was.
But nobody. They hadn't come into my room, and they weren't going to. But that Delio was supposedly friends with a GM. It wasn't Edward. I know it wasn't Edward. But he was friends with a GM.
It was Diet Ebola Cola.
Was it?
Yes.
Alright. So, somebody on the official forums was like, I seen some red cast running around duplicating grinders, and then I went to his room and he was selling them.
Yeah, him
for
and
like
everybody else on the server.
So then, guess what the next post under that post was?
Sorry.
Adilio saying, I know who that guy is. He's my friend. Here's his name, his gamer tag, and his player ID. Enjoy. And I awoke the next day to find that I was banned.
Yeah, it's I never personally liked Adilio. He's the one person. I mean, I didn't really know him, so it would be unfair to say I didn't like him. I didn't really know him, but circumstances kind of dictated that I would not like him just because I felt replaced.
Guardians to the end.
But
you could never be replaced.
no, I mean, I was young. It was confusing. Anyways, you know.
Lou, you want to tell the story about why you hate him?
Oh,
The psycho one.
wait, can I do another one of my horrible explanations?
It's I don't think it's gonna hit home.
Okay, so as a Fort Attacker, as the best Fort Attacker, I always wanted the Psycho Wand at the time. It was like...
oh God! Not this again.
I think you're underselling the fact that the Psycho Wand was the rarest and the most powerful weapon in the entire game.
And arguably, it still is one of the best teching weapons. So, for the longest time, I was hunting one, because I never had the money, to afford one. And one time we were running it, and this fucking kid, a board for one dropped. And rather than give it to his friend who's been desperately looking for one for months, he was like, oh, well, I just started a Tekker. I'm going to keep it for my Tekker. And, rage.
It's all the times you healed him.
Never again.
I mean, it to his credit though. I mean, it's like when you get something that rare, I wouldn't, say that you're obligated to give it away just because it's so rare. But at the same time, I think he should have like been able to expect that it would have spawned some hard feelings.
Didn't he even get it because of set random?
Yeah,
Didn't you pick
it was set random.
Yeah.
Yo, Snails, be real. Like, if I picked at the time, because you didn't have a black bull, if I picked up a black bull, I would have given that to you without hesitation.
I understand that. I mean, and if I had picked up that Psycho Wand, I'd have given it to you. But, at the same time, that would have been a gesture of goodwill rather than obligation. You know?
Yeah, but when you're friends and you play with people every day, it shouldn't really be obligation. It should be goodwill.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, but it's like he just didn't have that goodwill. I mean, I won't say that.
We three used to spite each other with money all the time and weapons.
Yeah, I think that's kind of rubbed off because my friends pay for all my shit and all my games. Really, but
I'm sorry, we were just a brotherhood.
yeah, I don't know. I can't fault him for it, but I mean, he couldn't have been surprised. Like I would have expected. It shouldn't have come at him like out of left field.
Yeah.
It would have. I mean, if you're gonna do that to your friend, you should. Yeah, I mean, you should be ready to accept the consequences, or at least be nice about it. He didn't. He didn't even seem to realize that he broke Lou's heart. That was what was really
broke Lou's heart.
And he never realized that he like threw you under the bus with that post either.
Yeah, I mean, how could he not realize that? He gave everybody my information just out in the open.
I don't know. Either he just like he struck me as somebody who wasn't very socially intelligent.
Yeah.
And in a way, I do feel bad about that. But it's just hard to deal with people who really don't have a lot of social intelligence.
Yeah.
Either that, or he was just like a passive-aggressive son of a bitch. Maybe both.
Maybe both. Maybe both. And that was the death of the first Century I bought.
The second one.
3 minutes. Holy.
Yep. 3 minutes to the end of it all. Well, the other ones are because I was broke and unemployed at the time, so my account got repeatedly canceled.
Well.
$300604001.
Whose idea is that?
Mine.
Somebody memorize mine.
What's the GM's ID over here?
I don't know.
000001.
Right?
That'd be pretty awesome.
But yeah, somebody get my ID so I can write it down. You got like 2 minutes. Hurry.
I'm looking right now, man.
I'm getting you.
There's so much lag because everyone's spamming right now.
All right, Snails, you ready?
Yes.
300-399-16.
Your card just says, "Hey guys."
Yeah.
300-399-16.
Yep.
I'm changing my name to that.
Good call.
I'm putting it right next to my social security number.
Goodbye, everyone. I love you all. We are PSU.
I wonder if like anybody from PSU, like any of the GMs, are taking a screenshot of all these people standing on the stairs over here.
I hope they are.
Probably. I think the one thing I can say about PSU is I learned a lot about, people.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who's spamming that fast?
Here.
It's your.
No!
Is it done?
Oh man,
gone.
that was so prompt. You know what's amazing though? This guy is still dancing.
Dude, people were spamming so hard body. Right at the end. I think a moment of silence is in order. I really do.
Oh man.
I never thought I'd see the day.
The does the word silence mean, Lawrence? The server has issued an interrupt request.
Dude, it's gonna say that from now till forever.
Oh, man.
Well, to all my friends in the Goral system, Godspeed.
At least our characters died like they lived, spamming White Beast.
Yeah.
Mine, I don't know where the mine is. He's probably somewhere. No, you know,
Yours is
you know where I logged out?
Where?
Duragnus.
Nice.
We should, you know where we should have been for the end?
Where?
Lake bed.
We
Yeah.
should have, or the Raffin waterfall.
Dude, okay.
Yeah.
I know
You know
this is still a fresh wound right now.
Yeah.
We neglected to do something before we got kicked off.
What did
Oh,
you
no.
get?
We didn't kill one last set of boogs.
Oh.
I think the thing is though that you know, I just kind of realized this, and it's, can you imagine the fact that you will never go to the Raffin waterfall again, or the Raffin meadow? You'll never kill the, well, you can kill the Dairagon, but you'll never visit some of those lobbies that were so damn pretty. But you know, impermanence, it's important. Nothing, you know, all things must pass.
This isn't goodbye. We'll meet in another time.
PSO2.
I don't know, man. I just don't know.
It's free, man. I don't know if I can afford it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's like this. It's not like it's gonna be a replacement. It's just
No.
No, it's different, but it's
Why would we want?
still Phantasy Star at its core.
I mean, the thing about PSO2 is I'm excited about it because, you know, I hear good things.
I
One.
played it. I enjoyed it.
But more importantly, it's not a replacement. I think it's good that they're not trying to. Why would they try to replace a flop? But
Yeah, I was always hoping, like, somewhere, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but somewhere deep down I was always hoping they would make PSU too.
it'll never.
have Bono write the song to it.
Oh, God.
Bono.
Save this world.
Oh man, I wish Bono would shut up. He's really like.
I wish Dave Grohl and Bono would just get in a van and fuck each other. Die.
Fuck each other to the death?
No, fuck each other and then die.
Oh,
This way they can at least die happy.
why do you want them to die happy?
Because no one should die sad, you know?
Josh,
All right.
I don't know. Joshua Tree was a damn good album, but then suddenly, it seems like they got famous and got really like self-aware, and then their music just.
Yeah.
Damn, I've
That-
never heard that story before.
What's the?
What?
That doesn't sound like any other band in the world.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the thing, though. Is it happens to a lot of bands. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't name another one, but I think U2 is the most prominent. In like. They went from Angel to Harlem to not shutting up about Africa and writing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I just realized something, Lou.
We can never get the complete achievements now for Phantasy Star Universe because they were glitched and they never fixed them.
That and Pete will never stalk us again.
Oh, Pete. I remember Pete.
Pete. Pete. Pete. Pete.
I
What?
I can't believe I made that sound. Oh. Oh.
So, gentlemen, how about we each say a closing remark about PSU?
Snails, would you like to go first?
You guys behind me? I don't think so.
Okay, I'll go first. It was good. Now,
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
PSU was a great game that was unexplainable in many ways, and it really was just the chaos, the uncensored chaos of the internet coming out of a bunch of stupid people's mouths constantly with enemies everywhere, and you always wanted stuff. And like whenever you would say, "Oh, I want that Psycho Wand," and then you'd get it finally, and then everyone would have it, and it would be the next thing. It would be the Kaza Rod, you know. It was just like, shit, I need that. And then, you know, saying all this just now really made me realize, like, holy shit, this game's just like real life. All we ever do is like say what we're gonna get next or what we're gonna do next, and then like when we do it, it's like, shit. Well, now what do I gotta do? So I actually just depressed myself a lot more than I was.
I love you.
Go suck Dave Grohl's dick.
I will.
This way he can, like, you know, sing Everlong while he jizzes in your face.
I wonder if he does that.
Jizz in your face every time he plays Everlong? I don't know, Lawrence.
Who's next?
You go, Lawrence.
What can I say about BSU?
The retarded cousin of World of Warcraft.
It defined the summer of 2008 for us.
It did.
People think I'm a loser when I say this, but that was our life for that summer, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
That was
I had
summer, yeah.
I had like the time of my life. I met some of the best people in the world on that game, and they treated me well for the most part, aside from getting banned multiple times.
Now think of all the money you paid for it.
Dude,
Yeah.
think about this. From the time I started playing until today, I literally never missed a payment.
You should go to the Microsoft website and cancel your account.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That's
Don't even. I don't even want to know. Don't
okay.
even.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I don't even want to know.
Okay.
It's definitely more than 1,000.
No.
No.
No way. No way. It's more than that.
Maybe it's 1,000 even.
Guys, just shut up. I don't even want to think about it. I could probably like. Nah, I don't even. Shut up.
All right.
Snails, it's your turn.
Summer of '08 was interesting. I was just going into high school. You know, and in a lot of ways, you know, now that I think about it, you know, kind of prepared me for, you know, how you interact with other people in high school. No, it really did. But
I could see why, absolutely.
I mean, it kind of shaped my outlook on, you know, running my guild in World of Warcraft.
It's just crazy to see how Phantasy Star shaped us as people.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I hadn't played Phantasy Star, you know, I wouldn't have started playing WoW, you know, and that's, I hate to say it, but it's kind of my life right now. You know, I'm running a raid group, and we're on the up and up.
Yeah.
But
I gotta admit, this game made me be a little less dickish to people.
I would have,
Lessons were learned.
I would have hated to have met you if you had never played PSU. Oh my god.
If I wasn't able to get all that dick out of my system,
You know what's crazy?
what?
I just opened up my case to put the Phantasy Star disc away,
Yeah.
and within my case is the point card that I purchased the night I bought Ambitions.
The point card?
Yeah, like the 1,600 Microsoft points to buy it.
Oh my god.
I saved it because I was so happy when that expansion came out.
I remember I was so broke at the time that I couldn't pay my subscription, so my subscription was suspended.
Yeah.
So I used the only $20 I had to buy the expansion, and then got my account back a week and a half later. So I had the expansion sitting there doing nothing.
Oh, that must have been enraging.
It was.
I just put the case of Phantasy Star up on display on the top of my shelf.
Yep. We never got the cage.
Yeah.
What?
The room item, like the jail cell thing.
Oh, yeah.
Never got it.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I think we've come to the end of the PSU podcast.
The end of
Oh,
the
geez.
universe.
I can't believe I said that. He seems like such a nice guy, but he was weird. I feel bad.
Gentlemen, we have seen the end, excuse me, of the universe.
Yeah, we did. Well, you guys did. I sat here and ran around in circles and wow.
Well, thanks for tuning in. And
A special thanks to the Sonic team for creating that game.
and
Yeah.
to anybody who played PSU and may have met us.
We're sorry.
You-
We're sorry. I'm aware that if you were playing that game and you met us, we probably stole your money.
And we probably kicked you from the group.
Yeah.
I made a couple of friends while neither of you were playing, and then I stopped playing for a while, and then when I started playing again, they weren't on anymore, but I was nice to them and they were nice to me, so hi guys.
Cool story, bro.
So hi. Thanks for listening to me talk about stupid shit.
And thank you for having me.
Snails,
Anytime, man.
it's
We hope you come back.
our honor.
So, for the last time, rest in peace.
What's the
Phantasy
next?
Star Universe.
What's the next podcast going to be on? Let's
I don't know yet.
let's get moving. Come on. I want in on this, man. Piece of
I
pie.
don't know. I don't know.
I'll take 50.
Good night, everyone.
Farewell.
Have a good night. Two guys.
In the game!
Podcast.